Hi, we are back. Thanks for staying with us and joined in studio now by Greg Lambrecht. Greg is the CEO of Singlepoint Incorporated, S-I-N-G is their stock symbol. Greg, great to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Well, now you've got some big news.
I do.
And I'm going to kind of give you the floor and tell us what's going on, because this is really exciting.
Well, I'm going to start with the fact that we're in the process of acquiring a company out of Seattle, Washington called Text-to-Bid. And it's taken us a couple of months to put the asset purchase and the operating agreement together to acquire this company. And we did that, and both boards signed off on that last week. So we have our agreement together, and now we're going to actively go out and look for investors to fund this deal.
Well, that's great. So basically, we've been talking about this as a pending acquisition, and now we can kind of wipe the word pending away from it?
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, we have gotten some term sheets in already to help us fund this deal, but it was kind of hard to really answer them until we had an asset purchase and operating agreement to show them.
And now this is an offering that you have available right now. People can go to singlepoint.com, get some information about this offering if they want to participate in what you have available.
Yes, in fact, if you go to singlepoint.com, we have a page there where the investor can put in his name and information, and we'll get back to him.
Now, this text-to-bid acquisition, we've had conversations off the air where you've kind of compared what text-to-bid is doing to the auction business to what Uber did to the taxi cab business. Why don't you tell us that
Well,
story?
the saying is, and has been for years, everything's going mobile.
Right.
Well, Uber mobilized the cab business, and Text-to-Bid has mobilized the auction business. So when you go into a charity auction, which by the way is about a $18 billion a year business, immediately all the products for auction are downloaded to your smartphone, and then you bid on them through text messaging. So just the fact that has happened has increased the yield for the auction, the charitable auction itself, almost 30%.
Now, one thing about Text-to-Bid that I know you're very excited about with this acquisition is this is already a profitable company.
Yeah, Text-to-Bid's been around for 4 years and has grown double every year. They're profitable. It's just in a very exciting space. In our estimation, only about maybe 3 to 4% of auctions have been mobilized. So there's huge room for growth here.
Okay, now, other news I know the company's pretty excited about. You've been working very diligently, very hard on getting everything taken care of audit-wise for an uplisting to the OTCQB. You've got some news to give us about that as well.
Yeah, well, very happy to say after 6 months and a lot of work and a lot of money that we got our draft back from our auditors with a couple of questions that we've already answered. So I'm expecting to get the final okay from them as soon as next week. And the next step after that is to go ahead and send our information in to uplist to the OTCQB. So it's been a long road, but we're right where we want to be. So very excited about the fact that we're in the process of uplifting from the pinks to the OTCQB and also acquiring a profitable company.
I think a lot of people who follow the small microcap market, they don't realize just how voluminous it takes, the amount of paperwork involved, how expensive it is to get the audits done to get to this point. I mean, you must feel like you've just run a marathon and you're seeing the finish line like just a few hundred yards ahead of you.
Well, everybody told me how hard it was, but I didn't believe it. But now, after having gone through it, I do believe it. And for a small company, to have that level of expertise with CFOs and the money and the time it takes, it's quite an accomplishment to get off the pinks onto the OTCQB. So we're very optimistic that we're going to make that happen.
Now, going back to the acquisition of Text-to-Bid, I know you're excited about that. So basically now you're in the process of just lining up investors to take care of the cash portion of that acquisition and then basically move forward. I mean, you're really at that point now, right?
Yeah, we really are. I mean, the acquisition is half cash and half stock. So we've already had a couple of term sheets come in that we're looking at. So we're very, very optimistic that we will get the necessary funding to close this deal.
Once again, the company is Singlepoint Incorporated. Their stock symbol's S-I-N-G. If you'd like some information about the offering the company has for the acquisition, please visit singlepoint.com. Greg, congratulations. Great news. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And this is a really exciting time for the company. you know, I encourage you to go to Sing, S-I-N-G, and look at investing in Singlepoint. We've got exciting things happening right now.